So this is Mystery Cambodia from the Rooftop at the Sokha Hotel in Phnom Penh, Cambodia, and this is part 2. So you can see the sun shining off the glass towers in the distance there, and as the sun sets lower you'll be able to see more as the city turns into night time. Mekong River, sun setting over the Mekong River. Absolutely gorgeous sight. It's a sand boat down there. It's got no sand in it, so it's above the waterline. $1 million views. As more and more lights come on the Phnom Penh city. Starting to get dark now, but my camera's on night mode vision, so although it's almost dark, it's on night mode vision, so I can get better photos or video on night vision mode. The sun getting lower. There's one of those boats that take the tourists up and down the Mekong River. It's either a restaurant boat or the $5 boats. And that's Riverside, and the Royal Palace is right in the middle of the screen now. That's the Royal Palace with the tower, the green tower that divides the Mekong, with the Tulsat River that runs through Phnom Penh. So I've got my camera on night mode vision. It's absolutely a beautiful sunset tonight. And that's Riverside Walkway over there. So that's Diamond Island over there, or Pitch Island, but most Westerners call it Diamond Island. It's a man-made island. Up until about 8 years ago it was part of the Mekong River, and they turned it into an island. They built an island in the middle of the Mekong River. So that's Diamond Island over there. I'll actually do a YouTube video on Diamond Island probably in about 2 weeks time, because I'm going to the beaches on Tuesday for a week, Cap Beach, and do some more request videos to do on Cap Beach and Senegal Beach. So I've had some more requests to go back there to do some more. You see the boats there, the boats that go up and down the Mekong River and the Tulsat River $5 and a free beer or a meal. They're all the boats there. Yes, there it is, written Sokha Hotel. Now written in Khmer writing. So when you're on Riverside, across the other side of the river, and you look across, and that's the sign you see. You'll see it from Riverside. So this is where we are, so you just catch the barge across here and come here, and you can see these stunning views. Of Phnom Penh. I've moved around a little bit further. So there's some more of the tourist boats doing the cruises. They're actually on the Mekong River now. And that's Diamond Island over there. And I'll do a YouTube video in about 2 weeks on Diamond Island. It's actually a ghost city. It's a city within a city, built for around about 80,000 people, and less than 1,000 people actually live there now. It's a ghost city within in Phnom Penh. So you got Phnom Penh City, and then you cross over the bridge onto Diamond Island, and it's really a ghost city with, you know, no one living there, but everything in luxury, but no one actually lives there, only a few thousand. So I'll do a video on that in a couple of weeks. So this is what Phnom Penh City looks like lit up at night. Once again, that's the Royal Palace right in the middle of the frame now in yellow. So that's Riverside Walkway. And I said in my previous videos, the Riverside Walkway starts outside the night markets between Street 106 and 108 and comes right along past the Royal Palace and right up to where I caught the barges. You can either start there or end there. So this is what Phnom Penh looks like at night. So the Royal Palace, right in the middle of Ferry in yellow. Another tourist cruise boat just coming on off the Mekong River. So if you're a tourist coming to Phnom Penh, or you live in Cambodia or Phnom Penh and you haven't been here, this is a must. To come on the ferry here and back, 25 cents, or one way, 12 cents. You can use the swimming pool in the daytime and have all the facilities for $10 per day, and come up here in the daytime when the restaurant's not open and film. And the restaurant opens up at 6 p.m. at night and closes at 9 p.m. at night, every night, 7 nights a week. If it's raining, they've got an indoor area. So the cheapest meal on the, as you saw on the menu, was $5, and the between $5, $6, $7, $8, $9, $10. The most expensive was lobster at $22. So you don't need to spend big money to come up here. So we're on the roof of the Sokha Hotel, and this is part 2. I've just downloaded part 1, so this is part 2. So if you're watching this video now and you haven't seen my previous one, just go back and look at part 1, because part 1 was almost a minute, 1 hour long, so I cut it in half and started part 2, and this is part 2. So if you're watching this video, go back and watch part 1. That's the royal palace in the middle there, right in the middle of the frame. And that's Riverside Walkway. This is Phnom Penh City, and this is part 2. So if you're watching part 2, go back and watch part 1, because part 1 was getting too long, so I've made 2 videos, part 1 and part 2. So this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, then just go back and click on it and watch part 1. More cruise boats on the Mekong River. Diamond Island. World number 1 and number 2 in the distance over there. I'll actually walk over there when I get off the barge and film there. Someone from England has just mentioned about the casinos, and I'll have to explain to him about the casinos. So if you're coming to Phnom Penh as a tourist, this is a must come and see. A must. If you want to see the best views of Phnom Penh, Cambodia. So that was my restaurant table here. And that was the views that I saw on my restaurant table. So this is the entrance going back into the hotel, Sokha Hotel. And if I turn around, this is where the rooftop dining bar is, where I just had a meal. But if it's raining or starts raining, then they come in here and I'll show you where they go. If it's raining or starts to rain, you can still come up to the rooftop and you can dine with a roof on, and you can still go outside if it's raining and film outside out there. But if it's not raining like it was now, you dine outside. So it doesn't matter if it's raining or you think it's going to rain, you can still come here. So we'll get the elevator down. So this is the this is the hotel lobby. If you're staying here, you would check in here. But it's an expansive area, absolutely huge. And in the daytime you can have lunch here, and on the other side is where the swimming pool is. So it's absolutely huge, and you can come here for lunch, use the swimming pool, go up on the roof in the daytime for $10, use the pool and all the facilities. Or come at 5 o'clock at night, go up to the 20th floor, out onto the rooftop, which I've just been to, and have a meal. So this is the entrance to the hotel. So I've just come out now, and that's the entrance there. And the staff are really, really friendly. Security management and all the staff at work here are so helpful and friendly. They'll guide you through everything. If you don't know what to do or where to go, they'll guide you through, take you through personally. The flashing green lights are indicating, you know, how to exit the hotel car park. So just follow these lights if you're coming, walking, and go back by ferry. And as you can see, there's security staff everywhere, and they all speak English. So, no, it's really, really nice here. So that's the sign you see from Riverside. So when you see the sign, catch the ferry across like I've just done. And this is part 2. If you haven't seen part 1, just go back and watch part 1, because this is part 2. Part 1 got a little bit long, so I had to make 2 videos. More fringe dwellers selling their fish caught out of the Mekong River. Some are like kept alive. Prawns down there. So when they catch the barge back for 12 cents, across the other side, these are all the cars waiting. So I go and buy them a ticket. So there's the Sokha hotel there. And it's 8 o'clock at night. And the occupancy rate is, you know, less than 10%. Probably as low as 5% that stay here. And this side of the hotel is never ever lit up. None of the rooms are lit up. But that's where I was, right on the very top of the roof up there. But if you look at across at this hotel at night time, you know, there's just a few rooms with lights on. All the rest is in darkness. So here's the ferry here with all the traffic coming on. And I'm going to go back for 12 cents. For 25 cents, you can come and return for 25 cents. And go and dine and see what I've seen from the roof up there, top of the Sokha hotel. This is part 2. If you haven't already seen part 1, we'll go back and click on part 1 of Sokha hotel. And this is part 2, Sokha hotel. So there's actually a part 1 and a part 2. This is part 2.
Hello.
Hello. No. They're the police with the jet skis that patrol the river. So all these vehicles are waiting to get on. Why the last vehicle gets off, I'll walk on. Trying to load the vehicles on. Oh, even this is an experience. Just standing on the side watching all the vehicles trying to get on. That's a really, really steep ramp. And yes, he's got no headlights on. Come on, you can put your headlights on, you'll be able to see where you're going. So we were up, I was up there at the top of the restaurant, up top there. And as I said, it's always less than 10% occupancy rate at this hotel. Very few people come over this side. Very, very few. They don't realise, tourists don't realise, or the locals, that you can come over this side and go back on the ferry for 25 cents. So here's Phnom Penh city over there. That's the Mekong River there. There all the motorbikes come on. And one with push bikes. Cars come on first and then all the push bikes and motorbikes. This is a real experience at night time and during the daytime. So if you're coming to Phnom Penh as a tourist, do what I've just done in part 1 and part 2. This is part 2 of Sokha Hotel and the Fringe Dwellers, and part 1 is the one done previously. This is part 2 because part 1 got too long and I had to make it into 2 parts. And here's some of the food stalls coming on. Some of the food carts, they've been selling the food. So that's full. And all the other vehicles will have to wait till it comes back again. So we got a lot of people on here. Absolutely chocker. So once again, this is part 2 and a part 1. Part 1 is called Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel part 1, and this video is called part 2 Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel. So there's actually a part 1 and a part 2. So if you're actually watching this one, it's actually part 2. Go back and watch part 1. So it's called Fringe Dwellers part 1 Sokha Hotel, and part 2 Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel part 2. So there's actually 2 videos in this one video. So there's the Sokha Hotel there, and I was up on top of the roof up there, right at the very top, and you can see it's all in darkness. Most people think it's, you know, not open, but it is. Has been for 5 years. But because it's on the other side of the river, hardly anyone ever goes and stays there. So it's always in darkness, but it's actually open 24 hours a day. That's the Royal Palace right in the front of the screen now. And that yellow tower right in the middle of the screen, that divides the dividing point between the Mekong River and the Tulsat River that flows through Phnom Penh. And further over here, got Diamond Island and the casinos, Naga World number 1, Naga World number 2 and Naga World number 3 getting built. Once again, that's Riverside Walkway. Right along there. Another barge on the river with vehicles. So we're coming up to the loading dock now with vehicles already waiting to come back again. We're docking now. Motorbikes are off first. Other ferries are unloading at the same time. So it's 8 PM at night, or 8:15 PM at night. Now the vehicles are coming off and I'll hop off, I'll get run over. So that's the ferry I've just come off. And other ferries are loading and unloading. Not many tourists see this. And across the river there's a Sokha hotel. I was on the rooftop up there. So this is part 2 of Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel, and there's also a part 1, Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel part 1, and this is part 2. So if you're watching this one, go back and watch number 1, part 1. So that's Nargawil number 1 and Nargawil number 2 over there, and they're actually building a Nargawil number 3. So I just come off, and that's the start of the walkway, or the end of the walkway, which way we do. So it starts off at the night markets at Street 108, 106, and comes through to the ferry dockings, or starts at the ferry dockings and ends at Street 106, 108, night market. So it does the full length of the city of Phnom Penh, past the Royal Palace, and to right here where the docks are. So this is what you want to look for. And just pay your 12 cents. Just pay your 12 cents over there, or 500 real, to go and do what I've just done, and another 500, 1,000 or 25 cents total to do the full trip. So this is Mystery Cambodia signing off, and I'll leave all my details and my contacts, WhatsApp number, down below this video, and you can leave some comments or get back to me on anything you want to know about this video or other videos I've just done. And so this is Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel part 2, and I've also done a part 1, Fringe Dwellers Sokha Hotel part 1. So this is actually part 2. So there's 2 videos to look at. So this is Mystery Cambodia signing off from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Thank you, and please share and like and subscribe for more videos just like this. And tomorrow I'm going to the beaches, Cap Beach and Sentinel Beach, to do more videos, and I'm going by train. So there'll be more videos coming up in the next few days. So Mystery Cambodia signing off from Phnom Penh, Cambodia. Thank you.